Hello, welcome to a brand new episode of IFF News. And there was two games today basically. दो गेम हुआ आज आईएसएल में. पहला मैच ईस्ट बंगाल और एससी दिल्ली का था जो कोलकाता में हुआ. 4-1 गोल से ईस्ट बंगाल ने उस मैच को जीता. अच्छा गेम ईस्ट बंगाल की तरफ से. एंड ऑब्वियसली फॉरेनर्स को लेके जैसे जयदीप द लास्ट दिन बता रहे थे, आई थिंक फॉरेनर का जो क्वालिटी डिफरेंस इस बार नजर में आ रहा है, आई थिंक वो भी उसको लेके हम लोग डिस्कशन करेंगे. और साथ साथ और एक चीज बोलूंगा, जमशेदपुर और पंजाब का भी मैच जो खत्म हुआ अभी. जमशेदपुर 1-0 से जीता पंजाब के अगेंस्ट में. वो भी होम टीम थे, दोनों होम टीम ने आज जीता. दोनों टीम का 6 पॉइंट हो गया 2 मैच के बाद. सो इंटरेस्टिंग डेज अहेड. और आज हमारे डिस्कशन को आगे बढ़ाने के लिए और हम लोग को और जानकारी देने के लिए जयदीप दा ज्वाइन किया. जयदीप दा, बिग बिग वेलकम टू द शो दादा. Again, a big
Thank you.
honor
Thank
to
you
share
so
the
much.
same place with you and
Thank
getting
you.
insights from you about the current proceedings of ISL. Dada, how was the game? A brief, about both the games. Firstly, the first game, East Bengal and SC Delhi.
See, first game, Shayan was obviously better for the simple reason it was a very emphatic win for East Bengal. Now they are on the top of the group with at least on goal difference they are on the top with 6 points. There are other teams also. Jamshedpur is also 6 points, but East Bengal on goal difference is far ahead of Jamshedpur or anybody else after 2 games. So it was a very emphatic win. So that was a good game also. Very good first half. Even second half was good when Delhi showed some courage. They they showed their mettle and they did I won't say a great job, but they did a decent job on the pitch. So first game was, and when there are 5 goals in a match, it is always better. The spectators always enjoy when there are more goals, when there are more strikes, more attacks, everything goes there. And the second match, uh, I would say that it was played in Jamshedpur and Jamshedpur won, and there and a good number of spectators were at the ground. So and I can we can say that they were local team supporters, Jamshedpur supporters only. But still, I don't think, despite the victory, it was not a game they will be very uh, happy to go home about, because it was a scrappy game and neither team could produce much, and both the teams tried their best, but not much came out of it. And Jamshedpur were perhaps a bit lucky to take 3 points home, because the goal was also came in a rather scrappy manner. But well, a goal is a goal, and that became the decider. And so Jamshedpur went home with 3 points, and Punjab trooped back into the dressing room without a point in their pocket. And this was their first match, so I'm sure they will be disappointed. And Jamshedpur will be very encouraged because they have won 2 back-to-back matches, and they are very much in line. They need not to. They can look forward to better future in the next couple of months.
Surely, Dada, I think next up is again the two winners of today's game will play each other in the next leg. So East Bengal and Jamshedpur they are playing each other next match. So that would be a very interesting game. Dada, firstly, of the talking about the first game, the match started off for a brilliant note for SC Delhi. I was watching the game with their fans and all their people on the club. It was a dream start to go their first goal in ISL, uh, and in at Salt Lake Stadium within 5 minutes. It was a great dream. Leo Augustine scored a very good goal. But somehow they were
Ah,
not able to keep up that tempo after that. And East Bengal being a seasoned team, they somehow came back to the match due to some mistakes also from their side of SC Delhi. Uh, what was the turning point after of that game? Do you think?
see, on paper, East Bengal were definitely the better team. And there is undoubtedly they are the better team. They have a better set of players, more talented players, and I think they were definitely a better team even at the start of the match. And when they scored in the third minute, uh, uh, not many I think doubted that that East Bengal will come back. Third minute goal, yeah, I think who was the defender? Jay Gupta.
Jay
I
Gupta, he
don't. I
falls down.
think Jay
Mhm.
Gupta.
He lost
Uh, uh,
balance.
that the striker dribbled past him. He got past him. And
Mhm.
that uh, I don't think Jay Gupta will like to look at the what to say replay much.
Mhm.
He won't
Mhm.
enjoy with the replay. So, but that you have to give what credit to the who was the player that was who scored the goal.
Leo
I don't
Augustine.
remember.
Augustine scored
Huh?
a goal. Augustine, Leo
Augustine,
Augustine.
Augustine, Leo. But he did a good job, and he
Mhm.
kept it on target. And
Mhm.
see, if it was a dream start, but it turned into a nightmare within 4 minutes, of course. The
Mhm.
dream did not, because within 4 minutes they conceded another goal,
Mhm.
and Edmund today he got the start from the coach. That I think that's the only team in the change in the East Bengal team today, if I'm not wrong.
Yes,
I think Crespo
yes, yes,
did not
yes, yes.
didn't play, and Jay Gupta this what you say Edmund played. It
Mhm.
was a very fine shot. Maybe you can say that Vishal Yadav could have done better under the bar. You can
Mhm.
always say that,
Mhm.
but
Mhm.
that's not the I think the right description, because Edmund's shot with so much pressure on his side, on both the sides, and he
Mhm.
was in a position from where he took a shot. I think it was a very fine equalizer, very fine equalizer. And Edmund also responsible for the second goal. Matlab,
Mhm.
they
Yes.
brought him down.
Mhm.
So, matlab, he could what inject some scare into Delhi defense.
Mhm.
So the moment he went on the, I think on the right corner, they could have waited, but the danger of that he will pass in, he will come deep.
Mhm.
They immediately hacked him down, and the penalty, of course, that which from what is his name, that who finally received the man of the match award, that East Bengal foreign player.
Ezzejjari.
What is Ezzejjari? He did he was it was a well, it was a penalty. He showed that how easily the goalkeeper can be uh,
Beat it.
beaten, and it was a very nice penalty. At least I liked
And
it. Yeah.
do you think that there was actually, I was watching the game, there were some people saying that that was not a penalty, and I think referee somehow was very, very harsh on the part of the defender. Do you think it was a penalty
Ah,
firstly?
ah, uh, ah. If you ask me that, and that I don't know. If that is not a penalty, then what is a penalty? I need to ask first. If that is not a penalty, and
So there
now
are
I think
certain such people say they said that this is not a penalty. I wanted to understand from you, was that a penalty?
I think it's a clear case of penalty. So if you ask me, it's a clear case of penalty, and you could see that not many Delhi players, at least no Delhi players actually objected to it.
Correct.
They knew it was a penalty, and now if somebody says, because Crystal John has always been accused by East Bengal fans, a section of the East Bengal fans, not everybody, and a section of the East Bengal officials also, that he's biased and everything. A lot of things last season we heard. So so they should be happy that he has given East Bengal a penalty. It proves nothing depends on the referee. If you are a good team, you win. If you are not a good team, you don't win. And
Simple.
officials only take shelter behind all these excuses when they fail to win, when the team is not good, when they fail to perform. That's all.
Correct, correct, Dada. Correct. Dada, what do you make out of Miguel? Miguel looks a different player under Oscar Buzo. Means if you see the journey with, means he had a very good journey with him during Vasundhara King's time also. And once he was injected to East Bengal team this season, Miguel is a very important key player, I think, in Oscar's gameplay or tactics, right?
I think so. At least from today's game, such things. So and he has developed a very good what you say understanding with the forward that I forget his name every time.
Izare, 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 Izare.
Ezzejjari. He has developed a very fine understanding with him. So
Mhm.
even I think the third goal, you could see that the through pass he gave was a lovely pass. I think he only gave the through pass. Now.
Yes, yes.
It was a lovely pass. And before that also, a few minutes before that also, he gave another ball which he headed, but it didn't go in, unfortunately. And last time and second time he put him in the open. And as
Yeah,
well as he just
one ball too, he gave a beautiful ball to Nanda. Nanda was unable to finish that. It was a great
yeah,
ball.
lot of balls. He has been doing a he today, if today's game is any what you say any indication, then he's certainly going to be a key factor in East Bengal's midfield, definitely, including
Correct,
East
correct.
Bengal attacks. I would say he
Acha,
has been
judging,
generating a lot of balls. Yeah.
there are few questions I would like to take. There is money sent 2014. I don't actually get his name properly. He's saying that he didn't like Rashid today. Notice lack of coordination between defense and midfield. Personally, I think East Bengal played a better game in the first match. Today they looked tired and sloppy. What do you make of this statement? Do you agree with him?
Ah, East Bengal tired and sloppy is too harsh, too harsh to be used for a team which has won by 4 goals, isn't it? If
Correct.
if if a team is tired and sloppy and still win by 4 goals, I think they would like to continue like that only. So I don't think they were tired and sloppy. That would be to say such things will be unjust to the team which has scored 4 goals and backed three points and two back-to-back wins under their belt. So it shouldn't be like that. But yeah, to an extent, the anyone who has asked this question, I forget his name or his or her
Money
name,
sent.
I don't know. Whatever. So the thing I think East Bengal defense, of course, displayed some vulnerability in the second half. Because if you look at it, I think at times, at least a couple of times, I thought, I may be wrong also, that East Bengal defense was getting a little squarish, which allowed Delhi to initiate quite a few moves, and
Correct.
they also made some attempts, which of course those attempts went wide and never on target. I understand there was not much danger, and the goalkeeper was East Bengal goalkeeper was quite what to say competent. Gill was quite competent to negotiate with them. He was not too bothered about that, but. I thought East Bengal's defense shouldn't have allowed them to come this far. Also, that's what I thought. So,
Correct.
they are. I don't know what the East Bengal coach is thinking, but I'm sure he must be a little. He frowning a little about his defense and would like to reorganize it. But
Correct.
all these things are basically, Shayan, don't really matter for the simple reason when a team takes a 3-1 lead, when a team concedes a goal in the third minute and within 4 minutes they equalize and then go on to take 3-1 lead by the half time. So they have at least more than 75, I think 50% of the job is already done. They know, so they can take their chances. I think when the matches will be tougher against tougher opponent, I would say against tougher opponent against opponents who too has a lot of stake. I think things will improve, and East Bengal know how to get back, how to control the situation. So I don't feel I don't think anybody should be very alarmed about it. This is part of the game, and it is just like that.
Acha. Dada, there is Ratul saying this, some according to some ex-player, and I think one of the club officials, yes, has said Miguel reminds him of Krishanu of modern East Bengal team. Will you agree on it? Because Dada, you have seen a fair bit of Kishan Uday. I have not seen much, so I think it's better
Yeah,
you answer this. Ratul is asking this
I have
question.
I have seen Krishanu there for his entire career actually.
Yes, 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 yes.
So actually, in one World Cup, I now remember in 2002, I was in Hindustan Times and Krishanu they wrote a column for the HT, and I was ghosting his column every day.
Okay.
So that is okay, but Krishanu has played for 15 years. And Miguel has not even played 15 matches for East Bengal. So he has played only a couple of matches with East Bengal this season. So I think it will be very unfair on Krishanude to draw a comparison between him and this gentleman, this Miguel.
Miguel,
Miguel is of
Miguel.
course a very talented player,
Actually,
very good player, but
Dada, this
he has
this word got a bit bite as Nituda today after the game in a press meet said that he said that in Bengali he said that it reminds me of Rontu a lot while he was watching Miguel play. So that's why this question I think has come up because that was something.
I see. I can understand from where it comes from because that Miguel was also splitting through passes he was giving, very
Hmm,
splitting through passes and all decisive passes he was giving, which Krishanu used to give very regularly.
hmm,
But it does remind any good ball player or a skillful player who gives good passes and everything reminds you of that great player we were talking about, Krishanu. For that matter, Miguel has just started. He's a very good player, so let him settle down. At least for me, I'm sure I will take some time before before comparing what you say, Miguel with Basudev Mandal or Tushar Rakshit. You can and forget about Krishan. So he
yes,
has
correct.
to. He has to. He has to. Delhi was an I won't say an ordinary team, but Delhi was not the best side is certainly not the best side in the competition. We will come up with tougher matches. East Bengal will face tougher opponents, bigger opponents,
Mhm,
and he will be tasted properly then
mhm,
because now people will start marking him.
mhm.
Coaches
Correct.
will start marking him. They will come out with strategy how to stop them, how to stop him from providing the final pass. All these things will come into force. So if
Correct.
he faces all those problems and still overcomes it, I'm sure he will because he's a very good player. Then
Mhm,
only will come up with this kind of comparison. I think. For the
correct.
matter, for today, he played a very fine game, and he was. I think he was one of the people who were instrumental behind East Bengal's victory.
Correct, correct, correct. There has been many comments which have been coming. Rahul says, Dada, East Bengal have played really well. Mohun Bagan also played. He's a Mohun Bagan supporter. He's saying that East Bengal really, he's very happy that East Bengal has started off well. And that's a good comment from his side, I think, being so sporty. Shubhayan says, East Bengal is going to play their next game against Jamshedpur. How do you see this Jamshedpur team? It's a, because we were lucky to see both the games today only. So, Dada, next game East Bengal playing Jamshedpur. Better opponent than other opponent East Bengal has till now faced, Northeast and SC Delhi. Much better
See,
opponents.
of course, better opponents because they also have 6 points.
Yes,
That is that.
correct.
That's a big thing. Anybody who who has 6 points from 2 matches, they are bound to grow in confidence. They are bound to grow in confidence. And Jamshedpur is definitely a tighter side. Though
Mhm,
today they were a bit listless.
mhm,
I didn't really see them doing a great job.
mhm,
It was okay, but Jamshedpur will be certainly a better opponent. There is no doubt about it. Not because of their team strength, which is always there. They are a good team. They always do fairly well in league. We have seen in the last few years also. And the thing is that at least for Malab, even though it is very early in the league, it
mhm.
can prove that who takes the top position in the league for the year.
Dada, do you think gave I think Thomas gave so much space to Miguel? You were quite shocked the way Miguel was playing and roaming around the whole midfield. It showed he was given free space, especially in the first half. And here Shubhan
So
says, "Do you believe if the opponent manages to block Miguel's gameplay, East Bengal's overall performance will be impacted according to him? Do you agree with him? Firstly, and your take on this matter."
can you come again? Do you
Uh,
believe that
he says
the
opponent.
opponent manages to block Miguel's gameplay, East Bengal's overall performance will be impacted? See, every team has one or two key players. In football, every team has one or two key players. They manage their team's game. They are the playmakers. They are the midfield generals or whatever you call them. So, and the opponent team always tries to control them. Opponent team tries to keep them under check. That's a game of football. It is. So they will try to keep the East Bengal's key players under check, which East Bengal will also try their opponent's key players under the check. So it's a part of the game. So of course, when it happens, the game gets impacted. As the question goes, that impacted.
Mhm.
But to overcome that impact, to overcome the problems, to cut aside the problem, to find the solution is the job of the team or the coach or the players or anybody. And I'm sure Israel is on a high at the moment.
Mhm.
And they also know that, as we are discussing, East Bengal coach also knows what is up in arms against him in the future matches. So he will use them properly. The player will if the player is good, if the player is really really intelligent and good, he will also find other uh, uh, avoid those markings and everything. So it's part of the game. Yeah.
Dada, today we saw two East Bengal former players, former foreigners playing for Jamshedpur FC, Messi Bauli and Madhi Talal. And here Kaushik Chatterjee has a question for you. He's saying, what is your opinion on Madhi Talal? Is he the same player after his injury?
See, he has. If he the same player after injury, it's a bit difficult to say for the moment because only two matches have been played. You must see at least 4 5 matches before you can really reach an opinion. You form an opinion about the player. But that is scored in the very first match. I think it will make an impact. See, it is all about confidence. When you come back after a certain time, after an injury or some setbacks in your career, when you come back, what you actually, apart from your physical fitness or skills, what you actually lack is the confidence. It is more about your mind, your mental condition, how you build your confidence, how you go into the ground with the same confidence you had when you played previously. But when you find a goal, when you find the net, and in your very first match, then your confidence goes up immediately, isn't it? So
Correct.
I think we hope. Let us all also hope that this player will be the same as he used to be.
Correct. There's another question saying that formation of East Bengal today. Are you satisfied with the way Oscar Buzo set his side? I think he has already answered. Jadid has already answered this. So I'll go to the next area. I think here is a question which is in East Bengal's fullback area, especially on the left side, was exposed by SC Delhi. Do you think the other coaches have now identified this weak point and will try to target that side in upcoming matches?
Yeah, East Bengal defense we discussed already that
No,
it looked
no.
vulnerable at times. There's
Yes.
no doubt, and this is what I say. This always happens. That all coaches are watching all the matches.
Mhm.
At least, so they are trying to find fault with each other, with the other teams. That what could be the area which with the team has some weakness. And if they are trying to find some weakness in East Bengal defense, then you have to also understand the fact that East Bengal coach is also trying to plug it.
Correct.
He will not sit idle. He will not sit idle to situation to go worse. He will not sit idle to let it go as it's happening. No, he also has noticed it. And he will do things with how to. He will do his best how to plug the gaps. The thing
Sure.
is that East Bengal defense is one thing that, as you only said in the last year, that had that Argentine defender who is injured at the moment had been there, it could have been better. Uh, but uh, but there is no point talking about a person who is not there. You
Correct.
should only look at what you have in hand, and you have to play with that. There is no point crying over spilled beans that so and so had so and so been there. It doesn't matter actually.
Correct. That is correct. I think what you have. Ratul has this question. He says that Shanda, why Thomas is not playing Alex Saji from the start or giving Ayush Adhikari chance. Alex Saji is not given chance because coach doesn't think. I asked him this question. He thinks that Alex is not ready. He's in the bench. He's practicing with the team daily, and he was in Kolkata today with the team. But coach doesn't find him that he's okay to fit play in the team. And obviously, in case of Babovic, you are saying he's not of ISL level today. Dada, your take on Babovic, because I was watching the game and I totally agree with Ratul. I also didn't find this striker to be very effective. He got a good header, but somehow he was not able to at least test the goalkeeper. He gave it to directly to the goalkeeper directly. Your take on
See,
Babovic?
he was definitely not very effective. There's no doubt about it. But you have to think about two things. The coach has identified him in the first 11 after going through the training sessions only. Perhaps he's the best bet he has in his hand. There may be so many other factors involved. His impact on the pitch with the ball, but his impact as a player with the other players, the way he. I think every coach has his own strategy, own scheme of things. He doesn't look at the players individually at one point of time, because he looks at it that who can implement uh, his his uh, his scheme of things are are best done through which players. So I think that's why this boy has been taken. But and it's a short league. That is the biggest problem. To make too many changes is never possible. Is never possible. So so see, I think if he will, I think the coach will give him a couple of more chances, maybe at least one more chance before he thinks about it, unless he's too ineffective, because they need to score goals. They need to score goals. So if they don't score goals, then why do you need someone like that? That is
Correct.
always
Forever.
there, no
Yeah,
doubt
forever.
about it. But I
Correct.
think Delhi need to score more goals, don't you think?
Yes, I agree, Dada, because I have been going to the trainings in recent week or once they started the ISL camp, and somehow I feel, Dada, I think you have watched today's game also and last game also when they lost against Bengaluru FC. Uh, do you think in the crunch juncture, Delhi is not able to crack that? They were in a position today also, but I think that level of experience not being able. I think their goalkeeper and few of the players. I don't think that they are ready to play a away match. Not ready. I not say I not use so harsh word. I'll somehow think they are somehow not in that level to face quality opponents. Some of the players, not all, but they are quite scared. Some of the times I feel personally, it's my opinion. Not all, but for few of the players I can see. When I see Ayman, he tries with his ball playing capability. Ayman is a good player. I find few of their players quite good, but somehow I feel they lack that quality foreigners up front. That is very very important, as you know, Dada, because in India it's all about the foreigners in the upfront that makes the difference. Somehow I totally agree with Ratul that Babovic is a big big disappointment till now. What I've seen about him. And
Uh,
Dada, you can add to this also because we have
well,
discussed.
see, I have not much to add because I will reserve my opinion for the moment. Because I will just, I think I should allow the league to happen, go through the halfway through at least, before we can come to a concrete
Mhm.
opinion about the players. So
Yes.
I don't
Plus,
want,
Dada,
I don't
don't
want
you
to,
no, no, don't you think
yeah.
that the Delhi playing away games, very tough games on the start of the league, is making them, or on a positive note, a more compact side? Once they start playing in JNL, things will improve while they play in home. I think first game they are playing home against Orissa because they are getting good opponents. They played two very good opponents away in the first two games. So I think
Yeah.
for them,
So
it's a good test for them,
yeah.
right?
Yeah, it was a, and let's hope they will come back. That's all we can say. We can hope for the best with for them. They, which you are also right. They have thrown under the bus too early for us. So so let's say, see how they do. As I said, wait all of these teams. Let's wait till they play at least 6 matches, half a dozen matches.
Yeah,
Then you can
definitely.
form a definite opinion about, at least to some extent, a definite opinion about what's happening. Otherwise, it's too vulnerable, and two things are too. It's too early. After 2 matches, we cannot take any. Uh, for me, at least, it's very difficult to
Yeah,
form an opinion.
I'll agree, Dada. I agree. It's very early to comment on this. Dada, today we have discussed about both the games. I think both the team won the game. Let's see. Tomorrow, action shifts to Kochi. After all that drama, is the match happening? I saw your tweet in the
I
morning.
think the match is happening. Yeah, I just received a message from Kerala. The
Okay.
match is happening. It has been
So that's
resolved. Someone has
that is
sent
the
me a
big
message.
big relief for the
Yeah,
Kerala fans. They have a
yeah,
good number of fans.
yeah.
So, what do you expect from tomorrow's game? Any having seen both the teams till now? Mumbai winning the first game, Kerala losing against Mohun Bagan. Any take your take for the next tomorrow's game?
Kerala's first home game, so I think they would like to do better
Mhm.
than what they did in the first match. They certainly is. And Mumbai is a strong side. There's no doubt. Mumbai is a strong side. So it will be a
Okay.
good game. I'm hoping for a very interesting match.
Let's hope that's a super Sunday tomorrow, and I think we all our all eyes would be in fan code watching that game. I think thank you, Dada. I think we have covered today's game. I think we have discussed a lot of things about today's game, and both the teams winning, East Bengal and Jamshedpur. I will play each other next Friday in Kolkata, so we will have our all eyes tuned into that match also. But Dada, before we wrap up today's show, anything which you thought any Indian player which caught your eyes in this ISL in this at least few eyes, any Indian player do you think, barring Edmund you have already said, any other player who you think is
So I am
good?
frankly, I cannot. I might say after the second round, I might be able to say. But East Bengal, I liked a lot about that. Okay, your Miguel and Ezzejjari are both are playing very well, but you have to admit that East Bengal, a lot of Indian players are playing well. Anwar is playing well. Bipin is playing well. Nandakumar is doing definitely a fairly good job. Edmund is very good. Jayagupta is good. So a lot of Indian players are doing well in East Bengal. So East Bengal, of course, the foreigners are making a lot of making a big contribution. I am not doubting that, but we should also consider the fact that East Bengal Indian players are
Equally.
living up to their reputation and doing a very decent job. Till now, they have done, I think.
Okay. Hey, I think that is correct, and I think let's hope that East Bengal's journey in this ISL would get better from there on because they have a lot of fans here who have high expectation about this team. Thank you, Dada, for joining in. And day after tomorrow, we have a Mohun Bagan game also, so we will be again back regarding discussing about that match. So thank you, Dada, for your time. Thanks to all the viewers who watched the show, and there was a lot of questions today. I think East Bengal's victory somehow I was able to raise a lot of
Yeah,
viewership today.
absolutely. That's good,
But
good, good. That's very good. I hope all of them keep winning, and all fans
okay,
become very happy.
Actually, that's very, very important, Dada,
Yeah,
for to
yeah, yeah.
survive in India. Thank you, Dada, for your time. Thanks to all the viewers who watch this show. Do like, share, and comment on our video, and do share your views in the comment section. What do you think about both the games today? Thank you. Goodbye from our side. We'll be back tomorrow again to discuss about the next game. Thank you. Good night from our side. Good night.
Thank you.
Thank you.